Hello, you guys. Welcome back to my channel, Trusted Gem. I am Goddess Quita. Or you know me, Quita. You know what to do. I answer to both. I'm just gonna wolf off for a minute because I gotta tell y'all some ish about Hawaii. Everybody know about the fire. It's all over the news. But what nobody knows is who set that fire. I know because the divine God told me who set that fire, and that's why I've been trying to post today. But I've just been in mourning because I can feel a lot of their pains, a lot of their hurts. And you gotta understand, when you tap into other people's energy, and I didn't even do it willfully, it's just my gifts are upgrading. It's just, y'all, this person, the reason why this fire was set, first of all, it was a distraction. Second of all, it was out of pure hate. The fire was set for two main reasons. Because Hawaii was once Lemieux. The second reason was it was a distraction. They used it for two different, and it's the person that set this fire is the same person. He been missing off his channel for 2 weeks. And this is crazy. You guys, it's craziness. It's sad. Because when the people of God, the saints, experience a victory, the devil gets very, very upset. Very upset. So that's why one thing I move cautiously, because while you're celebrating, the devil will go and do some ish like this. And that's hence why I am attacked so much, especially I've been attacked this whole time. It was been confusion spells cast on the masses, on everybody. It's not just me, on everybody, so that we can't see the truth. The best thing we can ask for is protection and clarity and truth to see through all veils. God said ask for to see through all veils, because y'all, people lost their lives just because of a distraction, just because of somebody's hate. This person have pure hate in them. And this is why only the meek shall inherit the earth, simply because of things like this. When a narcissistic person, especially a spiritual narcissistic person, can't win spiritually, then they go and do stuff like this. And this was what it was throwing a tantrum. A grown man, almost like, 60, 70 years old? A grown man. A grown narcissist who never really became a man. I'm being nice calling him a man. A grown boy. And no, there's nobody of color. There's nobody of, it's a white man. I'm just put it plain and simple. And the reason why the skin color matter is because my soul tribe will understand why this, because they'll understand who. So, for legal reasons, because I don't have proof, physical proof in this 3D, that's why I'm not going to say the name. But people who have been watching me that came from my other channel know who it is. This person helped, his bloodline helped create slavery and brought demons into our realm to in the first place. His family have a long history with doing these particular things. Okay? And that's because they don't have, well, you have to understand, narcissists give up their creativity. They may have charisma and the stuff that they were born with, but to grow and go beyond that, they can't. So they have to mimic. And this person couldn't mimic and saw me winning, and the people of God, because when I win, a bunch of people upgrade. When I connect with my twin flame, a bunch of people upgrade. When my kingdom partner, however you want to call that dynamic, when I touch down, this person, I love my narcissistic ex. This person was furious because he understood that he was a loser. And our whole purpose here is to bring heaven on earth, the kingdom of God, the Christ mindset, the meek. Our whole purpose here is to bring heaven on earth, and you have to create a heaven within every person's mind and soul and body. And the only way you can do that is through knowledge and letting people always have their hearts and their minds upgraded. And the Bible says only the meek shall inherit the earth. And this is why this narcissist, the spirit, not only is I call him a spiritual narcissist, because he not only, he's in the 3D too. Well, in the 5D, he's had control. His family had control and power for so long. Now they gone. You feel me? Now they gone. Now their power is gone. So they don't have, and they losing. They're dying off. And they think they're winning. And then when they see that they're losing, this is what they do. So he went over there to Mew, set the fire. It wasn't just him. It was a whole bunch of people applied, but he the one orchestrated it. He the one did it. And I just been in mourning all day. And they've been doing other things behind the scenes to keep that sex trafficking going on. Y'all, these are truly evil, demonic people. It's the people that you see on your TV, on YouTube every day. You're like, oh, it's on that. I pray that God pour his spirit out on all men that wants to receive his spirit and wants to know the truth and wants to discern the truth and wants to have gifts. I pray anybody who wants to be a rainbow child, wants to be an indigo child, please, God, open the doorway for them so that you can see what I see and hear what I hear in the spiritual realm, so you can touch down and see how people suffer because of narcissistic people who don't have empathy. Y'all, I've been in mourning all day about this. All day. Because yesterday and through the week, the day before, through the weekend, basically, I had been getting so much stuff in the spiritual realm. They cause so much chaos, confusion, illusions. They love to play with delusions, because that's the only way they can trick us. That's the only way that they can get us to adhere to wickedness without them, because we don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? We perish. And so Hawaii perished because we wasn't on top of it. And that's where Mew would be. If Mew was here, this is where the beginning of creation was. The Garden of Eden was, they try to say it's in Africa, but it's not. It was in Hawaii. They try to say it was African people. I don't dispute Hawaiian people or my skin complexion lighter. You know, they have that long hair, and a lot of people in my family have that long. Even my daughter has that kind of hair. She looks like a Hawaiian. Even my other daughter looks like a Hawaiian. Everybody tell me that all the time. Oh, they look Hawaiian, and they're not. They're black, or what we consider black in this country. It's a lot of Lemurian cult in our Christ-minded people, because when you activate that DNA from Lemur, you're rainbow children. Rainbow children. People think the rainbow means that God ain't gonna flood the earth again. That's not what that means. The rainbow means, God tell me the rainbow to tell his people that the rainbow means that he promised. And God stands 10 toes on everything that he say. He promised us that he will bring heaven on earth again. That we will be kings and queens again. That we will reign again. And Satan is trying his darnest to keep us out of the promised land. Because why? He has to relinquish all control, and then he has to stay trapped. God said he's going to create a new heaven and a new earth. Do you hear me? And so the devil is going to bite. We lost a lot of indigenous people over there, and they lost a lot of properties. Whew, they lost a lot of homes, and it's just a lot of animals. Lord, and these are the type of things that these demonic people, when people are narcissists, and then they play in spirituality, and then when they're psychopaths and they don't have empathy. When they're malignant narcissists, meaning they stay to themselves, so you don't too much know what they're doing. You have to be really tapped in to see what they're doing. And this is what they did. But we are tapped in. They just cast confusion spells. That's why everything was happening the way it was. And some of us still under confusion spells, and we don't even know it. Well, y'all don't even know it. I know it. Y'all don't even know that y'all under confusion spells. Y'all don't know that y'all under illusions. This is highly, highly demonic activity. Do you hear me? It wasn't in the spiritual realm. He went ahead and went over there and did it physically. Do you understand? And then he cast confusion spells to get away with it. Okay. y'all. I am passionate and I am upset because, sir, what gives you the right to target God's people? What gives you the right? Whew, this is the type of stuff that upsets me. This is the type of stuff that upsets God. I am trying to keep it together because that's what they want. They want you to be down, out, and upset and not on mission, even though they doing that. But we strong enough to pull through and help, especially in the spiritual realm. We need to help Hawaii because, believe it or not, Hawaii, that's where the Garden of Eden was. Is in Hawaii. It was not Africa. A lot of people are like, oh, Africa is beautiful, is nice, but it just that just not the facts of the situation. If you trace back history and go back in history, Lemieux, the world beginning in Hawaii, which was Lemieux, which makes it sense. Because all the language, everything that goes together, it makes sense that it's Hawaii. It makes sense. If you go and do the technicalities of translating everything and doing, it's Hawaii. And they did that to these people. They did that to these people. They did this to these people. And plus a lot of times I'm sorry, I just gotta keep taking breaths. I'm gonna smile through it because God sees all and knows all, and the Most High God will be dealt with. This person is highly demonic. I gotta pull an all-nighter because I really want the people of God, of the saints, to see what's going on. Don't be fooled. It's in the Bible said a lot of people gonna be led astray, and I'm trying to prevent that. We can prevent that by spreading knowledge. We can prevent that. Okay, so we got it out that the rainbow means that it's God's promise that He's going to give the mink the earth. The mink shall inherit the earth. That's why the rainbow. And when we have rainbow children, the rainbow children are here to bring heaven on earth. They the one that can manifest that into existence. So the devil will always attack you. I've been attacked this whole weekend. I always am under attack. But thank God I got angels and people watching over me, and heaven watching over me. Thank God for that. You know what I mean? Because in the spiritual realm last night, today I was attacked 2 times. They tried to put me on a sleeping beauty spell, which is a spell to cause. If you go back to when I first started my channel, it's the first video on this particular channel. It's called Sleeping Beauty Spell, and it tells you about how people, spiritualists, narcissists, and people like that of high ranking in the devil's realm will put you to sleep to cause you trauma in your sleep. You don't have to physically go through it in real life, but they will cause you trauma in your sleep so that your body will be in shock. You won't be able to get no divine. You're cold and you won't be able to upgrade your DNA. And that's the whole point of this. And then the one person, she just didn't like the way my body is because the way I'm built, which I really at this point don't think it matters. God don't look at your body, He look at your heart. But that's what these people do. They look at the way that I'm built and the way that I'm shaped, and they don't like it. This other spiritual narcissist is a she, and she likes to attack me. He do too, and he got a whole penis between his leg, and he still likes to attack me. So it's not like I don't know who was attacking me. I know exactly who's attacking me. They will cast confusing spells on y'all to not believe me. They will cast delusion and illusion spells on y'all to not believe me, and vice versa. So please, guys, when you are praying, please always pray for clarity, understanding, and to see through all veils, because the devil is out here heavy doing his job, and his people are in command, and they're doing what they need to do to stay afloat and in power. But that's what the rainbow means. A rainbow child has many gifts. It means that you healed, and your heart is like the heart of God, like you're God's right hand woman or man, or a right hand child, boy or girl. You're God's right hand child, meaning He can depend on you, He can lean on you. You get what I'm saying? And they'll go to the angels and everybody. The angels, the spiritual world will go to fucking war about you living out your destiny. That's why God said He promised us. That's why we can't die. That's why they can't. When they do spiritual warfare for us to die, we're never going to die. That's why they have to confuse us, because we're not going to die. Because heaven will be on earth, and only the meek shall inherit the earth. So all these narcissistic, psychopathic energies, all these people who want to live in a narcissistic way and just be in power and keep the people in poverty, woe be unto you, because your days are numbered. They are numbered. And they keep trying to attack children, sex traffic children, and even their parents. But God is more so honing in on children, because children are the future. You know, and once they traumatize a child, it's hard to get them back to being a whole person. You get what I'm saying? To being whole. So that's why we need to stay vigilant out here and on one accord. I know it's kind of daunting and hard at times, but we have the strength of God. We're from the tribe of Judah. You get what I'm saying? God give us the strength to go through this. And He's saying all rainbow children are from the tribe of Judah. All rainbow children are. There's different other tribes, but rainbow children specifically come from the tribe of Judah. Indigo children, I know a lot about them too, but I don't know which tribe they come from. But indigo children, that's just like, you know what I mean? When you're a rainbow child, you have indigo, you have the red, the white, the clear, the purple, the blue. You have all colors, so they flow through all their energy fluently, meaning that they healed everything that keeps them away from the Creator. Everything that was here to make them dense, they can ascend high, and they can bring people with them, and that's what the devil don't like. Indigo kids are just geniuses, and they have the potential of raising their consciousness to rainbow children, but that has to be very intentional. Spirit said that has to be very, very, very intentional. I do have a prayer that I prayed to expound my gifts, but most of my gifts, since day one, I can see spirits and demons since I was a child. Since I was a child, I was able to communicate with the spirit world. That's just, I was born with that. That's rainbow children are just born like that. I did have a speech impediment growing up, so we're not all like these come out to boom geniuses, but we have certain gifts, and so it has to be a balance, because Satan still has power and dominion, a lot of power and dominion in this world. So we have to endure some hardships. Like I had a speech impediment, and who knows? I'm a speaker now. I have to speak. I have to be in front of the camera. I have to deliver God's people. I'm God's mouthpiece. So the devil attacked God's mouthpiece from the beginning, because he knew. I have this mole right there on my lip. Powerful mouth. Most people who are speakers have some kind of beauty mark around their mouth. I have it on both sides. I have one right here. Probably you can't see the one at the bottom because of my camera, but I do. Particularly where you have moles at is where you're highly gifted at, or it's the most prominent gift God is going to use. My son, the one that was supposed to be born with a heart on the outside of his chest, his mole is right in the middle of his head. God already told me he's going to be an extremely, extremely powerful psychic. He's not going to have to, he's just going to know things. He's not going to, like me, I have to lay down and meditate. He's not going to have to meditate to know things. He's just going to, boom, have it. He's a rainbow child. He's a rainbow child. And my other child that has autism like me, she's a rainbow child. I have two of them that's rainbow children. Okay? I have some other kids, they're indigo kids, but we won't get into that. But I'm just trying to give you examples of where your gifts are. You see? I'm trying to, I don't know if you can see my moles on my lip. I have one on my bottom and top. So going in and coming out, either way it go, God is blessing me through. I'm His gift. I'm blessed with the gift of being God's mouthpiece. Hence, it's another lady that I've seen on YouTube, and she has them all around her eyes, like she's a powerful seer. But you got to be careful too with these gifts, because if you don't let God unlock the limitation of your mind and let God lead you and guide you, and you think if you're indoctrinated and you're not coming out of indoctrination, a lot that will limit your gifts because you're putting a limit on God. That's why I don't put a limit on God, because I understand He created everything He is and everything. Even when the devil think he winning, He still losing. So that's how I know. I just don't have the consciousness to see all the time because I'm in this fleshly body and I do have a life. But most of the time, a lot of your gifts should come to you effortlessly. And if it don't, then you should really clean out a limit. If you're not building up on your gifts, then you really need to clean out your psyche. You really need to ask God to pull the veils from over your eyes. You really need to ask God for clarity, because this war is real out here, and people, they talk about AI because they know that heaven is going to be on earth. They try, oh, it's not going to, baby. Jesus coming back, but not for y'all. He done saved y'all. He done left a manuscript and everything. He done told you how to decipher this manuscript. And I'm on here, I can decipher the Bible. I still got to do more of that. But I get attacked so much by this particular narcissistic spiritualist. Two of them, two high-level spiritualists, who's high-level in a demonic way. And I get attacked by them constantly. So you have to be very vigilant, and when you're not, then that's when the Holy Spirit will come up and lift you up and bring His angels to lift you up back into your power, to your rightful position, because you didn't do it to yourself, and you're a willing vessel. So God is always going to save you. You're always going to be saved. You may not know everything, but God will bring it to you so you'll know it. Okay. So our indigo children, we have quite a few of those. We don't have enough rainbow children. I just wish God would grow more rainbow children so that I will have somebody to connect to, because it's really hard being a rainbow child and not being really understood or appreciated. Not that I would need to be like, oh, you're doing such a good job. It's just nice to have like-minded people, or people that are above you around you to like help you. Like, oh, okay, even being a rainbow child is not easy. None of this is easy by any means. You get attacked more for being a rainbow child than anything. So if you're weak, then don't apply for the position. Don't pray that prayer. If you're a weak-minded person, before you pray to be a rainbow or indigo child, please pray for strength. Pray for your strength first, or pray all that at one time. Please think outside the box. Think of everything you need, because if I'm getting attacked, you're going to be attacked too. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are already rainbow children. They signed up before they even came over here, and they haven't unleashed the full divinity of their power. And I really would love that, so I can have people to connect to, because I don't like to call myself a genius, because that's such a and there's nothing wrong with being a genius. There's nothing wrong saying that you're a genius, but it's so much more than just being a genius. It's so much more than being intellectual. When we think about genius, we're intellectual. It's more, rainbow children have more to do with the heart. It's more of a fifth dimensional gift, like every level. And then the sixth dimension is already here. I told you the portal is already open. The seventh dimension is open. The seventh and sixth dimension, both are already here. But to access it, to know how to navigate through them, I am the navigation through the sixth dimension. I'm telling you, I am the navigation through the sixth dimension, because a lot of people are not understanding the Bible, and the ones that are understanding the Bible are not feeding the people the knowledge that they need to know. They're giving it here and there, and people are living lives. We need it like right in one place. Oh, okay, I can go over here and I can get this from this channel, and it's just not a lot of that. And I'm warring with these two high-level spiritualists, because they mad, because heal yourself. As soon as you heal one aspect of yourself, you will see like God, you'll unlock it. And it's just about healing. You got to admit that you have demons. It's okay. We all had them. To what degree or level, that's a whole nother thing. I was never demonic. I was never raped by a family member. I was being raped before, but never by a family member. I didn't have a lot of childhood trauma from my mother, but from my grandmother after my mother died, I did have some childhood trauma, and I healed that. I've healed that. You know what I mean? I had some traumas and stuff, but it's okay to have traumas, but you got to not lie to yourself. You have to look at yourself. You look at the ugliest parts of yourself. Like for 2 years, I had to cry, close the door, just not be around people. I was like not the person to be around. I was all mopey and sad. Like I was not that person. I was all like negative. And that's just because I had to go through, I had to go through cycles. I'm in the desert, you guys. It's so hot. Even with the AC and the fans on, it's still hot. I had to go through cycles of seeing, why was I doing that? And then it'll link you to that. And like, when this come up again, this is what you do. You have to do that. Because when Satan attacks you, he uses your weaknesses. So if he's using your weaknesses, you have to be aware of them so you can counteract that. So you can counteract that weakness. And then after you counteract it and you keep resisting the devil, you keep resisting him, you build up that spiritual tolerance. Like, you don't even phase you no more. You don't even have to be like, oh yeah, I used to do that, but that's so be so far behind you till you like, and I'd be like, I acknowledge if I have to backslide, because I used to like put my hand on people cheering, grown people cheering. Because I was a no BS type of person. And I express it through anger and through putting my hands on people cheering. So, yeah, if I acknowledge, if I have to do that again and repent from it, okay. But I never put myself in situations where I have to do it because I'm smart. I'm not dumb. Like, don't play with me. And if you play with me, you play with yourself. So I just walk away. That's just me. That's just me because I flow fluently through my energy because I truly have healed. I truly did the work. A mofo that did the work, you could tell because you were like, dang, she cussed out in the face and this girl just smiled. That's why I could turn the other cheek when people do stuff. I'm like, all right, I let it slide. And it's not really letting it slide because like when I'm angry, I'm a different person. Yeah, I'm a different person. You'll be like, oh, ooh. Yeah. So this love and light journey, this is what you see now is a choice. I chose to be loving. I chose to be kind. I've been through so much trauma, and haven't we all? But the way I handle my trauma is I don't project on other people. I don't do it to other people. I tell my story when I need to tell my story. I heal. If I have to go to therapy, I will, which it's okay. People like to demonize therapy and, oh, you on medication. I've never been on medication for any type of mental anything. But some people do need medication, and that's okay too. I'm not going to demonize you for it. Whatever you need to help you get through to the next level. What I mostly use is herbal teas and stuff like that because that's basically what you need. Like you should be drinking that anyways, even without having a mental illness, because it's very necessary in the spiritual journey, on the spiritual path. It's very necessary. That's that God energy. You want as much God energy as you can possibly put in your body. It helps a lot. Not only the teas, but the essential oils, the crystals. People like to say Jesus didn't use crystals, but when you look in the Bible, it talks about crystals and Jesus used crystals. I'm just saying. I ain't telling you what to do, but I'm saying it ain't hard to see it in the Bible. That's all I'm saying. And this new age thing. Oh, I'm the new age. This ain't new. This is God just taking them back to the beginning where He had already laid out what was what for us, and He's taking it back and taking His kingdom from the devil. And how He does it is awaken each one of us that wants to be awakened, that wants to do the work, that wants to heal by giving them the knowledge. Because His people are not going to perish for lack of knowledge anymore. We're just not. And we're going to ascend, and we're going to make it to the promise. And I promise you we are. Okay? So, that being said, that was my little spiritual rant for today. I hope I didn't take up too much of your time, but I hope you guys understand what is going on. We are at war here. They say Jesus is coming back, but like I said, Jesus is not coming back for you. Jesus is coming back for His bride. His bridegroom is literally, Jesus is coming back to bring heaven on earth. And it's just a Christ consciousness. People, rainbow children, indigo children. These are the conscious children. These are conscious. The sunflower children. And so many of us that we don't have all the classifications. I'm gonna have to. Spirit was giving that to me today. What rainbow children are, and you can boom 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 with the points. Indigo, boom 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 boom. We have a lot of indigo. Sunflower kids, boom 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 boom. Basically, people who have yellow aura. Rainbow children can flow through all of the energies there, all of them. And I'm just gonna have to break it down for you. I'm just have to give it to you raw and let you know what's the difference between all of them. When I'm wearing green a lot, I'm in my healing energy. I'm in my healer's energy. When I wear, and that's why a shaman does it all. When I'm in my freaking yellow energy, my golden energy, meaning I'm in my enlightenment energy. I'm in the energy of being enlightened. I'm in the energy of being just yellow glow. That's what that means, okay? Different energies, different colors for different energies. That blue energy is mainly for your third eye, somebody that's a seer, somebody with second sight, okay? And all of us should have second sight, but we all don't practice the things that we need to unlock it. That purple energy, be having a purple aura, high level genius, high level, like your intellectual is out this freaking world. When you have a high level of genius, you have to have a big heart. You're emotional because you see all and know all. You see all and know all. I know everybody can't know all at one, like in one sitting, but you see, like, you have anybody that is a indigo child can attest to that, because that's basically what indigo is, a purple and blue energy mix, and they forget the green, because indigo children are very, very highly sensitive people, and you have to nourish them correctly and love them correctly to get positive energy. If somebody like if an indigo child talk reckless to me, I just laugh at her, because they really be trying to hide that big ass heart of theirs. You be like, stop playing. You don't have to match somebody's energy because they're being angry. And there's, most of the time it's not the truth. It's because they're taking in a lot of energy and they're pulling in a lot at one time. And they're seeing so many stuff. How about seeing somebody getting raped and then somebody getting beat on and it's all this negative energy and you trying to stay positive, but you can feel all these energies and you can see it. High level. An indigo child is not something you want to, they, like, if you make them mad, they can set some shit off. Like, hey, they can set it off. Don't play with them, because it's so much evil in this world and then they'll go cry about it. Because I know, I've been there. They'll go cry about it because their heart is big. And what indigo children hides is a lot of that green chakra energy, because it's so much. It's like, just let me stay in my head. You know what I mean? Because I don't have to feel with my heart. That's why they like to be known. Because they tired of bullshit. Like, why I gotta be this way? Because Satan people. Because people are mentally ill and won't get help. That's why. Like I said, this journey is not for the weak. If you the weak, you're gonna be ended up with Satan. I'm trying to tell you. Satan people are the way they are because they're weak. They're the tear. Even if you pull them up, they'll pull you down for pulling them up. Y'all don't hear me. I'm preaching at this point. I'm out. Peace.